When beginning your value scale, if you're going to work on a primed or gessoed surface, go ahead and start measuring your 1-inch swatches. If you're going to work on a bare surface like paper or wood, you can measure your swatches first and then seal the surface with matte medium by Golden. Make sure you use at least 2 coats that are fully dry before you begin painting. When you're ready to start mixing, create 2 large piles of white and your chosen black. In my demo, I'm using ivory black. I first start by finding a middle value, which will be number 5, and create a large amount of this value. While you're mixing, your eyes should be visually comparing your value 5 to both ivory black and titanium white. I can test its relative value to white and black by placing small amounts of each on the outside of the pile. From there, I make 4 other piles with white and black and begin mixing small amounts of the middle value into each. This helps keep the mixtures in a more gradual development. I do the same thing when mixing the brighter values 6 through 10. As you'll find, it's best to always mix small amounts of the middle value into these other mixes so that you're not overshooting the value that you're looking for. By the end of the process, I find it helpful to organize the palette and have the mixes laid out in a line. This can help me to determine if one value should be adjusted slightly before I paint on my support. After the swatches are carefully painted in with a flat synthetic brush, I label each of them from 0 to 10 or black to white. Let this dry for a few days before touching the surface to check that the paint will not smudge. Part 2 will be to create 3 3-inch by 4-inch paintings on a surface of your choice. I chose to use a sketchbook that is sealed with matte medium once again. This allows me to paint directly over my geometric line drawings. Make sure you've read all of the assignment instructions. There you'll find a link to the painting database where you'll select a reference image. Once the paper is completely dry, I begin painting my 7 through 10 value study. I use my darkest value first in all of the studies to help gauge my parameters for the painting. Use your value scale as your reference to create the mixes you'll need for each painting. I find it helpful to place small amounts of each of the 2 values underneath my picture plane, just to give me a visual reference of what my darkest dark and lightest light can be for the painting. Here's a better look at how I would mix my piles while referring back to my value scale. Seeing all 3 paintings side by side will give us a great visual reference of how we can still create a separation of form and space while suppressing different areas of our value scale. Once finished, allow your paintings to dry for a few days, and best of luck with this half of the project. I look forward to seeing your results.